So if we were going to take this word meekness and begin to break it down, perhaps a better way to describe it would be meekness is this fearless strength that does not accommodate to the powerful or to the influential. It describes the kind of people who have surrendered their wills and their lives to God for the greater good, for things that are good, right, and true. And if we break it down a little bit further, we could define meekness like this. Meekness is power or strength under control. Meaning, whatever situation you're in, you could walk out with guns a-blazing, stick out your chest and be angry and allow all hell to break loose. That's within your power. But you don't. You control that. You hold back. So when he drops the word meek in Aramaic, it has this nuance, again, of trusting God and accepting his guidance obediently. You want me to do that, God? Cool, I'm down with that. It's good. But then decades pass, and Matthew says, I better write some of this stuff down. So he does, but it's not in Aramaic, it's in Greek. But the word meek in Greek has different undertones. It's more about living in peace. And in a non-violent way, you work out all your troubles. And what it does is it makes meekness out to be a relational term, not between me and God, but between me and you. So then, if we combined this Aramaic understanding of the word meek with this Greek understanding definition of the word meek, the picture we get here is of someone who has been tamed. So Jesus says, happy are those, blessed are those who have been tamed, who have submitted their lives to cooperate with the God who is in charge. When we take this approach, this hangry approach to life, who's it all about? It's about me and what I want right now. And the blinders go on, and I don't care what anybody else is doing. I want it right now. Maybe we need to recognize that you and I have the capacity to allow anger to blind us and to dictate all of our actions. So here are some of the tough questions that rise out of the text for us here this morning. Where are we blinded? Where are you so blinded by your wants and agendas? Where are you so hangry right now that you are on an absolute rampage? Or maybe take that question a step further. Right now, where are you actually choosing Barabbas instead of choosing Jesus? Where are you actually tempted to take matters into your own hands and fight fire with fire and maybe even kill to get your point across? Or maybe take it to maybe a harder question. It's the hardest one for me. Where do you need to be tamed by God right now? Housebroken and domesticated for the new home, for the new kingdom that he's bringing in the middle of this one. And as adults, the same feelings grow, right? I want the inheritance. I want the money. I want the land. I want the flatware. I want the china. I want the couch. Why? Because it's mine. Well, why else? Well, because in there is security, stability, its needs being met, which are all legitimate concerns. But Jesus says to you and me, hey, you don't have to fight for any of that. And Jesus says, in regards to your inheritance, why are you fighting for something that's already yours, that's already coming to you? And Jesus says to you and I in the midst of that, don't you trust me to take care of you and to give you what you need? And for those of you, those of us who are here this morning who feel like we have been shortchanged, or that someone is getting what is ours, or that our rights are being stomped on, Jesus says, rights? What rights? Oh, you willingly surrendered those rights the moment that you allowed me to tame you, to housebreak you for the kingdom that is on its way. So then, for you and I, maybe the big thing to think about here is this. Why don't you and I just quit fighting for the things that are already ours? Have you been shortchanged? Has someone stolen from you? Has someone taken something that belongs to you, something that is important to you? Jesus says, don't get hangry. Don't get even. Jesus says, I'll take care of you. I'm your inheritance. I will deliver you. I promise. Jesus says, have patience. You're going to get everything you need and everything that's coming to you, and then some, because what is mine is actually yours. God's new world is actually coming to us in a new way. And you don't have to fight to win. You actually win by losing. When this world, this new society shows up when what? When we control our power. When our anger is not self-serving. And we put all those pieces together, what does it point to? What does this new kingdom look like? What is this new society? What's this new picture? What's the telltale sign? It's peace. Just peace. So if you are wondering this morning, if God is active and present and breaking into your world, into your relationships, into your circles, if you see peace there, those are earmarks. God's been there. God's behind it. Or if you're in a place right now where there is no peace, then the odds are that no one has allowed God to do his restorative work.